Ali said, could you be miserable in one lifetime and complete opposite in the next? Now, you're asking me as a human, and this is the one of those things where I like to be very, very direct with everybody that's watching because I feel like coming from a place of honesty and truth is really, really important when it comes to this work. And so many people talk about it out their ass. Okay. Do I know the exact answer to that question? I do not. Why? Because I am a human right now in this lifetime. So the answers that I give to any questions that I get are based on information I've gotten through readings. And I've done a ton of readings. And what comes through in those readings is where I get my information. So when somebody asks me a specific question about, hey, if somebody was not nice in their last life, can they be the exact opposite in another life? I don't know if I know the answer to that based on my information that I know, but based on what I feel around the work, yes. I don't think one thing has to do with the other. It's the lesson that could repeat. Say, for example, somebody had to learn in their lifetime about self-empowerment. Say that was their lesson, right? And they were treated not well, and they were treated in a really bad way. And they became miserable people, and they became hard, and they became mean people because they never really learned their own value in this lifetime. They based their value on what everybody else thought. And if people were mean to that person, they became mean. But in another lifetime, it could still be the same lesson, learning their self-value, but maybe people treated them much nicer in this lifetime and they had a much better disposition, but they were still doing too much for others. They were still giving too much of themselves and they were not taking care of themselves. And if you don't take care of yourself in this lifetime, you're triggering and signaling to your guides that you're not worth it, that the only value you have is for doing for others. So again, somebody who's mean, somebody who's just really nice, same lessons. So yes, you can be the exact opposite, but you still have lessons to learn. And if you don't learn those lessons, you do repeat them in another lifetime. That's the part we don't want.